Hi everybody, this is Rasta, and there's some time I don't make a video in English. I'm quite proud of it. So, well, in September I started a project which I called Polywhat, and it was made to learn new languages, or to discover languages, actually, to study how the language is made, and to discover how much I can get of one language or more in a certain period of time, for example 3 months. And my Polywhat project lasts only 1 month, only September. After that I got into the +1 challenge, and I was with +1 challenge. My challenge actually ended yesterday, sorry. And today I would like to start another Polywhat project, another season, let's say like this. So in the first one I studied Spanish, Italian and French, which are Romance languages, just like my native language, which is Portuguese. And now I went in basic. They were 3 languages from the same family, yeah, the Neo-Latin family. And now I want to study 3 languages again, but from completely different families. I'm going to study German, Russian and Romanian for 3 months again, but I guess this time I'll make videos during the whole 3 months, not only the first month as I made in the past. And I want to see the differences between studying 3 closed languages and 3 completely different languages. Yeah, that's the point. That's my point. So probably in the first month, all my videos will be in English, because I'm still getting used to the language. But in the 2 other months, I will change languages and that stuff. What I'd like to say is that I've studied German for 3 years, but I couldn't learn too much because I wasn't focused. I was just losing days, and I could have been studying all this time. So I'll try to recover in 3 months everything I may lost in 3 years. That'll be interesting. I started to study Russian in the beginning of this year, but I again stopped because I wasn't focused yet, yeah, and I was busy. But I have a certain ability. I can read in Cyrillic, and I can write, and I know all the sounds that the language has, and all this stuff. I know the basic, but I actually have any vocabulary, and barely I have barely a knowledge of grammar. Yep. And Romanian, once, I guess 3 years ago, I read about the Romanian pronunciation, but I actually know nothing about Romanian. So I will start with 3 different languages, very different languages, and each language has a different level. So I'll have to deal with these differences and see how can I put them together in my brain, in fact. I guess that's all. I've divided here. Let me try to show it. I don't know if you're going to see, but I wrote here what I chose some books which I'm going to use to study grammar. In the first month I only study grammar with I focus much more in grammar. I will try to get the basic words to vocabulary in this first month, and the other second month I will try to use the language with all my best wishes and all my best efforts to make the vocabulary. But I've chosen Modern German Grammar, a practical guide to German, Romanian, an essential grammar, and a Modern Russian Grammar, a practical guide also. So basic, there are 3 grammars with exercises, which I find is very important. That's the exercises. And here I divided everything, every chapter that I'm going to study in what day, in what language. So every day I will study a different language. Yeah. And after the other month I will choose some vocabulary books just to take some basis, and I will try to use the language. I enjoy very much talking with foreign people, so foreign people to me. Yeah, I'm foreign to most of you probably. And if you speak Romanian, if you are from Romania, I would be very glad if you put in your comments if you want to talk with a Brazilian guy who speaks 2 or more languages, which is me. Yeah, and also to German. I know some German people, but it's always good to meet new people, and also with Russian. Actually, I guess Russian is the language that I will have to study more, because I speak English, so I have a kind of base in German, and I've studied German before. And Romanian is a new Latin, a Romance language also, so it's kind of easy to me to speak it. But Russian is a completely isolated, this is the first Slavic language I study, so I would be very, very glad if you know someone who speaks and you can tell me or send him or her the link of this video. That's it. Thanks for watching, and see you next Sunday. I will put my videos only on Sunday. So if you like this, like on YouTube and share with your friends. And that's it. Ciao ciao.